What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tommy and Paulie's Big Fight Forecast. I'm Paulie Malignaggi. That's Tommy Rainone. And on this show, we discuss all of the betting and gambling possibilities of the week's boxing schedule. Sometimes we got bigger fight weeks, sometimes we got smaller fight weeks. We're always on because, hey, degenerates know it's always betting time.
Yep.
What's going on, Tommy?
Not much. A lot of action this weekend, but not a lot of big
Not a
names.
lot of big names, but that doesn't really bother the gambler
Yeah. So
and
we're just going to cover.
the gambler just wants action. Doesn't have to
Yeah.
be big action, but just has to be action.
So we're just going to cover six fights. Honestly, within the last 48 hours, they put 15, 18 fights on the board. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff out there.
There's a some small cards on the board this week. There's
Yeah.
that Caribe Royale show in Orlando this week, right? That's on
The zone.
the zone in Orlando. Sky Nicholson is fighting on the zone show where in England or
No, I think Sky is actually in Australia. That was a separate show.
a separate show. So there's that show as well. Nikita Zoo fought last night. We didn't get to cover that. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
he fought 6 hours ago, first round knockout.
yeah. So yeah, what are you gonna do? Well, I would have been a nice hit. I would have been a nice plus money hit. First
Yeah.
Zoo in 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Been
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
Imagine what it'd be like though. But anyway, so let's get started, man. What do we do? We go to the Caribe show first. What, you want to do that?
Yeah. Yoel, how do you pronounce it? It's got
Yoel is
Elvis in it. Yoelvis.
Yoelvis Gomez.
Yeah.
Some of these Latins, especially some of these Cubans, have some interesting names. Yoenis Gomez against Edwin Jr. So this is Gomez comes in with an 8-1 record with 7 KOs, and Jr. comes in with a 9-1 record, 7 KOs. Let's look between the numbers. What do you think, Tommy?
Shootout. But you know what? I don't know if this fight goes the distance or this might be a situation where it's a shootout that actually does go the distance. I don't know if there's a knockout in this one. Um, Gomez comes forward, aggressive.
You find these guys to be pretty durable then.
Yeah, I find them durable.
Gomez comes forward.
And I think because the style clash, because they're both such aggressive, free swinging guys, that one's going to have to respect the other at some point. And I think they're going to be a little more tentative after it heats up in the first 3 rounds or so. From what I see, Gomez is actually a Cuban fighter. And we discussed this early this morning, how traditionally it's the Cuban fighters that are slicksters, that are thinkers, that are, the boxing IQ is there. But now we're seeing with Morrell and moving forward, a lot more aggression from these guys, and a lot more looking to get rid of the guys, not just outbox them. And this guy Gomez is cut from that cloth, but he's not. I'm sure he's capable of being slick. The footage I saw of him, I mean, he's a seek and destroy kind of guy that's coming for you, and a little bit wide, a little bit telegraphed. He is capable of getting hit, but with Edwin Jr., I think is the one that has a little more diversity to his game. Not saying he's a better fighter. I'm saying that he's capable of moving. Where Gomez is going to come forward. It's that simple. So if it's two bulls meeting in the center of the ring and someone's going to give ground first, it's going to be Junior.
Okay. And does that make a difference in the result of the fight? Does it make a difference in how this fight ends? You still angle it towards being on a points decision?
You know what? I like Gomez I like Gomez on the money line. There aren't even odds yet, always, as far as for me to dissect, as far as a decision or a stoppage. They only have the money line up right now. I do lean towards Gomez. He has the bigger amateur pedigree. Obviously, as a Cuban fighter, I'm always going to favor that scores points with me. But it's going to be a shootout. But I think that his record, those 7 knockouts in the 9 fights, soft competition. I don't know how real that power is. So I'm leaning towards Gomez. I could flip a coin whether it's going to be a stoppage or not. I would actually, my gut tells me this fight's going to go the 10-round distance.
10-round distance.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to go with Gomez for decision this one.
Gomez for decision. All right. Number 2, we got on the same card here, John Paul Rivera Pizarro, who's 12-6 knockouts against Daniel Bailey, 15-2, 8 knockouts.
Yeah. This one is an easy call for me, and I hope it comes to fruition just that way. I see Pizarro winning a decision this one. He's an aggressive guy. Picture a very poor man's Miguel Cotto, that herky-jerky style. He's coming forward, but it's pressure, but it's not relentless pressure. It's smart pressure. He uses the jab. Good fighter.
Boxer puncher, essentially.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, and he's to a degree he's looking to get rid of you, but he also does some counter punching. He works behind the jab. He invests in the body. This guy Bailey, though, from what I've seen on Bailey, he's got good legs. He is slick, but he is slick. So he's going to use that to his advantage. And I think that slickness is going to enable him to go a lot of rounds. He's going to steal some rounds. He has very good hand speed, actually. He goes to the body. One of those guys that'll shoot shine to the body and come back upstairs. Flashy combinations. Get out, move around the ring. So ultimately, I do see Pizarro winning the fight, but I think it's going to be a nip and tuck kind of fight. Rounds going to go back and forth. There'll be some swing rounds, but I think this fight goes the distance for sure.
So is it one of those fights where, because they could be competitive, because Bailey is a little bit of a shoe shiner and knows how to go around, is it one of those fights where the live bets of it going the distance can maybe increase more plus money as the rounds go by and you take a chance?
No. What happens if you're betting you want the fight to go the distance? Each round that passes, your odds actually go down because you got less rounds to work with. It works exactly the opposite if you're betting a knockout.
Okay, because you have less time to go knockout. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. So, and also with a live bet situation, Paulie, this is just the way I do things. I prefer to do it over the course of a 12-round fight, not a 10-round fight. You're going to get better odds. And I think we see what's going on a little more in round 2, 3, maybe early round 4, where you say to yourself, this fight's going to go the full 12 rounds.
Yeah. Well, in 10, you have less time to really figure it out.
Exactly. So by the time I make my decision, there might not be a lot of time left, but that might be one to take a peek at, live. I'm going to try and do more live bets in the future because I've always had success with them. Except for the Carrington fight recently, where they grade me out.
They didn't let you in.
They wouldn't even let me in. They wouldn't let me in the club.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Back in, but now you're back in the circle of trust. You're good.
Guess who's back in the circle of trust?
Let's move on to Australia. Right? This Australia card. Sky Nicholson versus what's her name? Mutashi Singh.
Singh. Yeah.
Mutashi Singh is 12-3 with 7 KOs. Nicholson is 13-1 with just 2 KOs. What are you thinking of? Nicholson coming off a KO victory. Nicholson coming off a stoppage victory.
She's coming off a stoppage victory. That was just last month. We did that show last month. I said that she would score her second career stoppage. Yeah, this fight is in Australia. I said that she would score the second stoppage of her career, and she did it quick. I think it was like 3 rounds, if that. Maybe it was 2 rounds. It was 2 rounds. This girl, Sai, is not bad. She's game, Paul. She can fight a little bit, just enough where she's going to keep the rounds close, and Sky's going to have to use that jab, use that movement, box, and go back to her regular character. Her last fight, she was in there with a girl that she was probably supposed to get rid of, and she did what she was supposed to do. That one, I saw the knockout all day. Here, I just do not see a knockout. And at the end of the day, Sky's got 2 career knockouts. One came at the very beginning of her career. One came in the last fight over a housekeeper. I mean, let's be honest. So this
card is on Saturday in Australia.
This card is on Saturday. I don't see it in broadcast anywhere in the U.S.
Okay, and it's not even on DAZN?
Not on DAZN. There's a lot of stuff on DAZN, even small cards this weekend, but this was not one of them.
And Saturday is what in the U.S. time? It's Saturday morning, and
because Zoo fought this morning at 7 a.m. He was the main event.
There it's nighttime, so if you're gonna get this one, you got to get it in before Saturday morning because on the east coast of the U.S. anyway.
But before we move on, I do like that is one fight that did have a prop bet, and Sky, the odds are good, minus 160. What was it 160? So
for her to win on points.
Yeah, for her to win on points, I think she was plus 115 for a stoppage. Now, obviously, she's coming off a stoppage win, but in this particular case, I do not see that happening. I'm strong on this one. I don't feel like it's happening, and I would expect minus 400 odds on this one, not minus 160. So this is something people might want to look into because I'm definitely going to be doing that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jack Turner, 11-0, 10 knockouts against Nicholas Muguruza, 11-0 with 6 knockouts. This one is on DAZN.
Yes.
It's on Saturday, right?
Yeah, UK fight, early afternoon, that means.
West East Coast, of course.
Yeah. I took a look at Turner last night. 11-0, 10 knockouts, and that power on this level at least looks real. I mean, he goes out there and tries to get you. Bad intentions on his punches. Definitely can crack.
Muguruza's undefeated, though. What do you think? Is he of the level?
He's undefeated, Paulie, but he's Argentina undefeated. If you take a good look,
that goes both ways, though.
It goes both ways. You're 100% right. We've talked about it because Argentina just has so many fighters. But you know what? He does do some things I like. He's a real good body puncher, and the way he does it is similar to the way Mickey Ward used to do it. He'll tap you upstairs and he gets you with a good shot to the body. So I did see him score a couple of nice knockouts to the body. But I think that levels matter. I think Turner's another level. But Muguruza, not a bad fighter, but he hasn't been on the level, Paulie.
Okay, let me ask you this: South Americans tend to be pretty durable. You looking for a knockout here?
11-0, 10 knockout. You got to lean in the direction of a knockout. Yeah. Yeah, it's
All
a
right.
10-round fight. I mean, listen, if you want to be safe, you take Turner on the money line. Turner wins this fight any which way.
Which one is Turner's money line? Is it heavy?
You know what? There wasn't odds on that yet as far as the prop bets go. So it was
Yeah.
just the money bets were no, it was
And
heavy.
that,
It was
and
no, it
that's
was
the
heavy.
thing. And that's the thing, man. We hear, people that listen to us know we like to go with parlays so that there's not a lot of risk with some of these. You knock down the odds little by little. If you build the right parlay, you don't make it too long, you don't make it too big, but at the same time, you make it just right to where the odds go down. And that's what me and Tommy are like, guys. So for anybody watching us at home, when we talk about this, we're not trying to, take great risks with heavy favorites. So when we mention something to add to a parlay, just
Yeah, Sky
help me
Nicholson
out.
for Sky for the decision at -160. Then you use Jack in the parlay second leg. Now you're about at plus odds. I think he was like -1100.
And remember, guys, nothing, everything discussed here is not gambling or investing advice. It's strictly for entertainment purposes. But we do entertain, guys. We do entertain. If you have tuned in, give us your comments. Let us know what you think about all these picks. Let's move on, man. On the same card, Yankiel Rivera. Is that
No, this is actually a different card. This is at night. So that the
okay?
Turner fight is
Oh,
during the
that
day.
one's in the afternoon. Yes,
Yeah.
and Yankiel Rivera against Angelo Cordova. This is a interesting one. 7-0, three knockouts is Yankee against Cordova's 19-0, 12 KOs, one draw. What do you
Yeah.
think?
And yeah, this is a good fight.
This is a distance fight.
This is a distance fight. This is a distance fight. I think he's 7-0, three knockouts. Not a big puncher. Tries to fight. He does play the role of a puncher. Does like to come forward, but more than capable of being slick when he wants to be slick. Good jab, good movement, good legs. He's young.
Mhm.
He's hungry.
Mhm.
Now Cordova that he's in with he's undefeated, but he did lose a fight a couple of fights back. He fought. I always go blank on Martinez's name. He lost
Guy,
the 12.
the guy popped dirty.
The guy popped dirty. He got dropped twice in that fight, Paulie, in the second or the third round. It was.
Mhm.
Um, bear with me. So he got dropped early twice,
Mhm.
but he battled his way back into that fight. He ultimately ended up losing a 114, 113 decision on two of the three cards.
Okay.
Take away just one of the knockdowns, forget about two. And now he
Mhm.
wins the fight. He wins the world title. And the guy got popped hot. And now he gets his O back, and the world is right again, I guess.
Well,
Poetic
yeah,
justice.
it's in a tough fight. This is a difficult fight for both guys, really, right?
Yeah, yeah. Cordova does get hit, though. I mean, he does get hit. He does respond. Good fighter. Doesn't do a lot of moving, but again, Figueroa is not a big puncher. This is the Figueroa's first time going 12 rounds. He's been the 10-round distance before.
For
And
Yankee, you talking about Yankee?
yeah, yeah. Rivera Figueroa, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
he's been the 10-round distance, but he has not been the 12-round distance. But I see no reason. I see nothing to doubt that he can go those 12 rounds, no problem.
Okay.
I think it'll settle into him just basically out slicking, out maneuvering Cordova, who's going to be fighting back, who's
Mhm.
going to be game and trying. And again, if you're not really worried about the income, and you got a guy with three knockouts and seven fights that's not a big puncher, you know what? You're going to be more aggressive. You're going to take more chances, and that means you're going to be a little more live, which is going to make the rounds. The closer those rounds are, the more rounds that fight's usually going to go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no prop bets up yet for that fight as well. I think Rivera Figueroa was something in the ballpark of a -700 on the money
Okay.
line. That's my pick. You add that to your parlay if you wish. That is what I'm doing. And when the prop bets do pop up, though,
Yeah.
hopefully we get a Sky Nicholson like situation where maybe it's a -150 to -200.
Yeah, yeah. I might do that. I like it. And lastly, we have Yoenis Tellez, who is a very very prominent Cuban prospect. Is Tevez the one that beat Julian Williams?
Yes, he is in his last, and that was a beating. He
Tellez.
beat him all right.
Yoenis Tellez against Abass. What's this guy's name? Baraou?
Baraou, Baraou. He's got
Yeah,
three battles.
Abass Baraou. He's 16-1 with 9 KOs. Tellez has been on a tear, 10-0, 7 KOs, but been very impressive each time. We just mentioned he beat former world champion Julian Williams.
Yeah,
Brave effort by Williams in that fight. I think he went to
super,
right, but
super brave for Williams to go that 12-round distance. Yeah,
took a physical beating.
yeah.
Hung tough as the pride of an ex-champion. But Tellez is scary good, bro. He's one of these aggressive Cubans who also knows how to fight.
And he's young. He's 25, maybe he just turned 26. But
Mhm.
they've been fast tracking him, and he looks like the real deal. And
Yeah.
again, Paulie, like I mentioned earlier, he's another one of these Cubans that's not the traditional Cuban you're used to seeing. And he's of course more than capable himself of being slick and using that ring IQ. But another guy that's aggressive and constantly looking to get rid of you.
So the question is, how good is Baraou? This is a stoppage because I've seen Tellez and he's very aggressive. Does Tellez do go the 10 round distance here, or is Baraou of the if Barou's record real at 16-1 with nine knockouts, or is he a little bit manufactured that Tellez stops him?
Gray areas. I mean, Baru has got a gas tank. I can tell you that much. It's tough to tell when you're not fighting world class opposition. So the footage I saw of him, he's decent. He used the jab. He opens up. He puts combinations together. But look at the guys he's putting combinations
Yeah.
together against.
And if you're on the level, bro, Tellez beats you up, man.
Oh yeah,
We saw that it took a game effort by Williams to go the distance. Somebody
yeah,
else can go the distance there. So
yeah.
not together. He maybe.
Yeah, you got me thinking, Paulie, right now. I'm almost changing the pick in my head. I saw the possibility of this fight potentially going the distance just because this guy's going to be fighting back and he's there to win.
Mhm.
But I think back
With
to my,
Tellez, the more you fight back, the more you get beat up too.
yeah, I mean, that Julian Williams fight again. I mean, all credit in the world to Julian Williams. I mean, he took a battering and I mean, he took it. I mean, he really was never in danger of going out.
Yeah.
He got stunned a couple of times, but I mean, it was a 12 round beating. I don't
But
know.
also Julian is capable of knowing how to maneuver and not being in danger of going out.
That and Julian's been on the world class level
Yeah,
plenty of times.
because he's there. So Baraou, on the other hand, you're questioning his level of opposition at 16-1, nine knockouts, right?
Correct. So you know what I'm thinking right now? If
Stoppage.
it's not up yet, I'm thinking stoppage 7-12. I'm thinking the second half of the fight where you get the better odds. I'm
And
thinking there's a very good possibility on a stoppage 7-12. This might be a situation, Paul, where I do what I call a throwaway bet. I've talked about that before, where I'll put a parlay together where I feel like all those legs are going to hit, and then whether it's Tellez to win by decision or by knockout 7-12, I'm going to get plus odds in both of those directions.
what about live one? Live bet for this one.
Live bet is another good. Yeah, you
7 through
keep
12, right? And
you keep planting that seed. Yeah,
You
yeah.
watch the early rounds and see if you start to think Baraou gets stopped at a certain point.
Because again, Paul, we were dealing with an unknown in this guy Baru, but remember, we were dealing with an unknown when Carrington just fought 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And on the show, I said, "Oh, this is a stoppage all day," but minus 800, there's no
But
value.
after a couple of rounds, you realize there wasn't going to be a stoppage.
I said, "No way, this guy's game, and this guy's got a gas tank, and this guy's here to fight. So this could be a similar situation." So yeah, this might be a good live bet situation. Obviously, Tellez wins this fight. It's just a matter of how he wins. Money line is beyond safe. A stoppage is in the cards. It would be the second half of the fight from breaking this guy down. And, who knows? I might see this fight by the third round, potentially going the distance, because it just happened with Carrington. But Carrington is not the puncher that Tellez is. Tellez is an aggressive, come forward, break you down, hurt you all night kind of guy.
And he's violent. He wants to.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's this week's schedule. That's what we're talking about this week, guys. It's quite a few fights. There are a lot of fights on the schedule this week. Again, not a huge fight week as far as big boxing is concerned, but a good fight week as far as the potential for gambling. So that's Tommy Rainone. I'm Paulie Malignaggi. Tommy, any final thoughts?
No, again, just I'm going to go heavy on Scott Nicholson this fight. I'm very convinced that she wins a 10 round decision and does so comfortably. And I'm surprised the odds are 165. I'm surprised minus 165. They are what they are.
Yeah. All right. That's Tommy Rainone. I'm Paulie Malignaggi. This has been Tommy and Paulie's Big Fight Forecast. Comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts of your picks and what do you think of our picks. And we'll see you next time.